Wahhabism is a religious revivalist movement within Sunni Islam named after 18th century Hanbali scholar Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab. So these are people who follow his interpretation, if you will. The Wahhabi movement staunchly denounced the rituals related to the veneration of Muslim saints and pilgrimages. So they're kind of they're anti-orthodox. They're like a reform movement, kind of an extreme reform movement. What happens is this belief system takes place and takes root over in Saudi Arabia at the same time that those groups are starting to support, like maybe the little tiny mustache guy over in Germany. Wahhabism then becomes taught by those clerics who moved through that kind of 1930s, 1940s age of World War II. And those clerics of Wahhabism that were groomed by MI6 and later maintained by CIA, they percolate down to matriculate a young student named Usama bin Laden. In American, it's Osama. If you want to look it up on any real scale, you have to spell it Usama, because the British have a longer history with their operative Usama bin Laden and the bin Laden family, multi-billion-dollar family that did have some construction input on the World Trade Centers and did have a 30-plus year banking relationship with the Bush family. So all these things culminating on 9/11 is like they had a big wedding party type of scenario, and they didn't tell anybody else about the wedding. And they celebrate and continue these types of beliefs because they're useful as proxy beliefs. So Wahhabism was artificially aggrandized by Western intelligence agencies in order to get a bunch of people in another part of the world to conduct themselves on behalf of an Anglo-American agenda that they were not read into, right? And it's a far cry from Lawrence of Arabia and what you saw with T.E. Lawrence back in the day, who probably meant well and wanted to help the locals. But as you see, most of the 20th century is a lot of military-industrial complex going into former British holdings, Afghanistan, Iraq, etc., and maintaining the police force, acting as the protective military arm. It's really just property management at the willing to commit violence on a nuclear scale type of level. And Wahhabism has been a generative, motivating force for a large group of people on the other side of the world